hard-fought football game, and congratulations to Wake Forest and the progress they're making in Coach Clausen's third season. I think he does a nice job managing his team and a style of play that fits this institution and the talent base that they have. Really like the way that our team responded after being challenged at halftime, and the urgency and the mindset was improved. The difference in the game today was Wake Forest took the ball away 3 times and we didn't take it away any. And there might be other storylines that branch off from there, but really you can trace that to that was the difference in the game. We were able to steal a possession back with our pop-up kick, which was executed really well. And so I would say that shrunk it down to 2 extra possessions. But one of the turnovers went for a touchdown, and another was short field, and another was led to 3 points. So difference in the game, in my opinion, was just ball security and takeaways. So I'll take questions if you have some.
Bronco, you said on Monday, I think, that you want Kurt to be aggressive.
Yeah.
But is there a point at which aggressiveness becomes reckless?
Yeah, I think so, and I think that I think reckless isn't the intent. I think just forcing is a more appropriate descriptor. And sometimes you're going to get sacked, and even though we need yards, and even though the situation calls for a first down, sometimes better to take that than deliver the ball in traffic. And he's trying to extend plays so long and so hard, and I applaud him for that. But just he doesn't have to do it all by himself. And so I think forcing would be just a closer way that I would. That would be a more applicable term.
Before the turnovers, you guys had gotten into a better rhythm offensively.
Yes.
What did you attribute that to?
Man, I think there was some use of tempo there. I think we were a little bit more unpredictable on early downs, and so they weren't able to just zero in and get a great feel for us. And then we were just executing at a higher level with better intent. The second half today, or this game, wasn't a game of lack of effort or intent. This was an execution-driven ball security game, which when you play close games, which Wake Forest plays, those kind of things make the difference.
Talk about Kurt. Is there much difference between the play he makes scrambling to find Spoke for the touchdown and the one he makes, well, they pick it off? Both times he's kind of running around.
Yeah, certainly the scrambling around is one of the things he does really well. Where the ball is delivered, there just has to be a really quick assessment. The one that went for a long ways, we were behind everyone, and really it could be our player or nobody, unless it was severely underthrown. The other ones, lots of bodies in there, and even no matter how hard he tried to elude rushes and keep the play alive, once the ball is held that long and there's traffic, good chance that it's not going to end well.
I think that's at least the 5th game you've led in the 4th quarter. What kind of, is there a mindset that has to be changed?
Man, that's a great statistic. If it is, I wasn't aware of that. Maybe just simply management of the football, and I haven't gone through each of the 5, if that's the case, where we had leads and then. Oh, okay, I like those. So the other 3, it's a fine line, I guess, because we're working really hard to win football games, and sometimes I might be pushing the envelope a little too fast in terms of the aggressive nature of what we're doing in relation to our capability to pull it off. But that's a theory, just in relation to what you just asked me. I don't know.
This team hasn't won a lot. You have to learn how to win, I guess.
Certainly. And our halftime today and just how we handled the team reflected that. And we are making significant strides in the resiliency and the resolve of this team and playing to the end. I can see it and I can feel it. And now, as a staff, putting the right players in the right positions at the right time, executing at a high enough level, once you've earned the right for pressure, That is earned. You got to earn the right to get in those pressure situations, and then the next step is, and the execution has to hold. And I'm optimistic, and I'm encouraged, and the lessons are so clear, but also really poignant and painful when it doesn't go our way.
What did you say?
There was just one simple message, and it's a delicate balance because the first half, I think we were really scheme aware of what they were doing and looking to match and to fit and to be precise, but that didn't have the right mindset in addition to it. And so we needed to add the mindset to the execution, and then we probably kind of erred a little bit the other way. And so finding the right blend of aggressive play, passionate play, and play to really make a difference, but within your scheme, within your technique, and within your responsibility. These guys right now, they tend to go outside of that rather than play within that. And so in answer to your question, the mindset with the execution, not one or the other. That was basically the message, and I thought we were a little light on the mindset in the first half.
After giving up a long touchdown run to the quarterback, the defense seemed to really give you a chance to win this game. Were you happy?
I was. They did well. And interestingly enough, there's the quarterback. I give him credit because there was a D-line twist to take away the inside and a linebacker blitzing. So I haven't seen the film, but how he got through those guys, I don't know. But other than that play, we had a great chance to win the game by how we played defensively. And last week as well. I would say there's momentum being generated there.
I asked you recently about all the long returns. It seems like a lot of these interceptions
Yeah.
are just 50 and 60
I've never-
returns and for touchdowns. And
Yeah. I wish I had an answer for you. I've never been part of anything like that, and so I'm anxious to see just the effort and resolve of our guys going after the player that intercepts it, and yeah, I haven't been part of something like this before. So
You came out huddling, and I guess it's kind of an extension of what you did last week, and then obviously you switched that in the third quarter, but then you went back to it, I guess, at the end. What was that balance of?
really trying to find rhythm and tempo to move the football and what fits us best in relation to not week to week only, but circumstance by circumstance within the game. And we seemed a little bit, with the exclusion of the first drive, which was masterful. I mean, that was right on point. Then it kind of seemed like we were struggling to find our exact rhythm and identity. And I will say that I think Wake Forest has a good defense, and I enjoyed watching the film on them, and so they did a nice job.
looked like Brent Shaw, he goes in.
Yeah.
I know you can't really talk about injuries, but did he
I would say
hurt what he'd hurt before, or was it something new?
it's the same.
Coach, you mentioned a couple weeks ago that Kirk you decided to pull him because you wanted to see it from a different angle, because he had taken a shot on the shoulder and he got a little bit antsy in the pocket. He seems to have kind of reverted back to that. It seems like he's panicking at the first sign of pressure. He seems to be doing a lot of that. Have you seen that from a quarterback, that kind of regression back to that place of viewing things?
I've seen a lot of things in terms of the development of people, and a lot of times what has worked and worked really well at a certain level of play, it's hard to not go back to that when you're able to scramble and move and create. And what we're finding is just the better and better and the longer and longer that he's playing, and the teams we're playing and the defenses, that there's poise and patience and just decision-making work that will come. And I think it will come. And those lessons are hard, and especially at a position like that where it's so visible. Anything else? Thanks, guys.